All right, hey guys. Today you're going to be working on Unit 6, Lesson 15, which is Reasoning about Exponential Graphs, Part 2. So be sure you have your workbook and a pencil. You will also, for part of this, you're already on your Chromebook, but you will be needing the Desmos graphing calculator for a part of this particular lesson. All right, so here are the learning targets in the agenda. Feel free to pause the video if you want to read over those. We're going to go ahead and keep moving forward though. All right, so the bridge starts on page 270 if you would like to locate that in your workbook. You can go ahead and follow the directions that you see here. This has 5 different functions that are representing amounts in different bank accounts after 2 weeks. You are going to use your graphing technology to create a graph of each of these and describe how the money in each account is changing week by week and how you can see that in the graphs. Please go ahead and pause the video and complete this for yourself. And once you are done, you can come back and play the video to check out your solutions. Okay, so this should be sort of what your graphs looked like. Hopefully you kind of adjusted your window so that you could see each function a little bit better. We can see that in this activity, each of the graphs, what they have in common is that they are intersecting the y-axis at 500. But we can see that they have some differences as well. So just some things to note. Hopefully you talked about how B has a constant rate of change where it's increasing by 40. C has a constant rate of change where it's decreasing by 40. D instead has a growth factor of 1.5, so it would be increasing. And then E has a decay factor of 0.75, so it would be decreasing. Okay, next we have the warm-up on page 270. This one is a which one doesn't belong. So you can go ahead and complete that for yourself, and please provide a sentence at least to explain why you chose what you chose. You can pause the video here to take some time to do that on your own. All right, so these are some possible answers that you could have come up with. You may have come up with something a little bit different. These are just kind of some examples for you. I would read over each one, especially if there were any that you were struggling to find a reason why you could choose that particular function. So again, pause if you need a little more time here. So next we're going to look at activity 1, which is on page 271 and 272. This activity is about the value of a computer. You see the graph over to the right. So you are going to go ahead and answer questions A, B, and C for yourself, please. And again, pause the video if you need to. All right. You're also going to answer questions D, E, and F. So you can pause the video to do that as well. All right, so these are some examples of answers to each of the questions that you saw in this activity. Just make sure that you have something along those same lines and, make any changes as needed. Okay, for the second part of activity 1, you're looking at these 2 graphs and you're trying to write the equation for each one of those and find the value of the function when x is 5. So you can go ahead and pause the video, do that for yourself, and then once you've completed that, push play to see the answer to this. Okay, so here are the answers to those 2 problems from activity 1. Take some time to read over them, compare to what you have, and make changes as needed.